Welcome to Perpetual Finance for Sustainable Life, presented by Concentric Industries in alliance with KEMIYA, representing the future of energy, food, air and water, and green data for the whole world. The problem, Part A. There are over 2,000 cities in the world that currently fail to safely manage at least 100 tons per day of garbage and 400,000 gallons per day of sewage, resulting in escalating economical and ecological tragedies. Billions of people face daily challenges that are borderless: poverty and pollution, hunger and dehydration, disease and climate. Energy, food, air, and water are serious. We cannot afford sloppy thinking. The problem, Part B. From data centers to cloud storage, to satellite telecom to electric vehicles, the status quo is not keeping pace with demand. The maxim, save trees by sending emails instead of printed letters, is a platitude, a bromide that ignores the mounting reality that the digital age requires electricity, and much of it now. If you have the Adobe version of this file, the link is to a cloud power shortfall right here in Virginia of the United States. The solution, Part A. Applied natural science. The KEMIYA process by Concentric. And again, if you have the Adobe file, there's a link attached here for a short video explanation. But the KEMIYA process is the world's only system that simultaneously produces pure electricity and clean water from garbage and sewage, totally pollution-free. There is a way, and it's way better. No waste wasted. And the solution, Part B. World leaders converge. Kaia and Concentric, their convergence in integrated consiliency is about green cloud computing, or gCC. Data centers powered by high-efficiency, pollution-free waste-to-energy, combined heat, power, and cooling. That's right, totally pollution-free, no stacks, sustainable energy. Concentric KEMIYA Kaia, the integration of zero pollution energy production with state-of-the-art data centers and satellite communication, cloud computing, is the Paragon of gCC, green cloud computing. And the solution has a Part C, a perpetual finance dimension. It's risk-free, non-recourse, debt-free project finance through McKinley Investments. Even the 10% deposit is 100% secured with guaranteed return. Private trading is the premier resolution for streamlining Operation KEMIYA. Any fiscal risk evaluation is redundant and inapplicable. The financial guarantees are built into McKinley's offering. And again, the Adobe file has a link to their financial construct. It's risk-free, debt-free financing. It could not be any more secure. And it relies on quality projects to use for the investment. That's what Concentric Kaia brings. So here's the feasibility assessment of what we're calling the KEMIYA 5 with data. A 5 megawatt system powering a data center. And we'll explain more why this sizing for a variety of reasons. But essentially at 100 tons per day, the KEMIYA process produces a net of 5 megawatts delivered entirely to the data center and simultaneously making additional products from pure water, the civil admixtures, 0K sustainable aviation fuel, and chilled water to provide to the data center, as well as all the electricity. Provides multiple revenue streams for the KEMIYA process. And so here's the financial performance shown here for a project in Conakry, Guinea. Essentially, we're looking at a $100 million investment with over $100 million a year in annual net operating earnings. And that's from all the aggregated revenue streams. So tremendous financial returns, less than a 1-year simple payback. But here's where the financial construct takes on unprecedented meaning. On a monthly cash flow summary basis, we have net operating earnings of $10 million and a debt service of 0. That's right, so the net profit is all the earnings per month. That's after basic operating expenses, but there's no debt service. And you'll see in the next slides, $10 million a month is a meaningful number because it's the domino that keeps going. But first, the profit sharing that's proposed is to have those $100 million a year equally shared per project to each Kaia and Concentric, unencumbered free cash flow. And here's where it comes in, that job one is just pushing the perpetual domino. This is monthly cash flows on the right. The writing is on the wall and the world is found wanting. Team KEMIYA pushes domino one and we redefine one and done. Because literally on a monthly basis, there's enough profits to bring $10 million as the seed investment money for the next deal. And that's each month. So the idea in principle, 12 more could be done after the first year, multiplied times 12 successively, where before the end of this decade, there'd be over 1,000 projects, and it's been vetted out that there are several thousand available. So the market capacity is there. And we're looking at a company with nearly $200 billion in operating assets and $17 billion a month in operating earnings that are free and clear cash to go continue to expand projects or deploy new ones. This is pushing the perpetual domino. So what's our offer? We're looking for a $10 million deposit to Concentric to meet with compliance for this project finance. And that $10 million investment is immediately secured to McKinley. $12 million be returned within 90 business days, guaranteed. The $10 million comes back as part of the first disbursement, and Concentric's offering that $2 million adder. So there's a 20% gain guaranteed in 90 business days while the money's held in escrow. And we're also adding in a 2% retained stake in Concentric, including all dividends. So we're talking over 37 million NSC with full ownership and voting rights in our decentralized autonomous organization. Guaranteed capital recovery, long-term stake going forward in these and hundreds of other global projects utilizing all of our technologies. So here's the real ask. What if the moral answer is also the moneymaker? Who's got the guts to create wealth with a purpose? Can we as a group of businessmen and businesswomen find one person or appropriate organization astute enough to parlay their money, sans risk, to gain 20% in 3 months, guaranteed, and then receive millions of dollars per year free cash flow, all while supporting what is arguably the greatest ecotech service strategy of the 21st century? With landfills killing people, Kampala, Uganda in August of 2024, and power deficiencies rampant, is the status quo really so much more attractive? Let's build the moral kiosk. Clue. It also makes the most money for everyone. It's the moral thing to do. Of course, we want to ask where to put Project 1. Africa has a lot of lead in, East and West Africa, the emergence of that continent. Here's a headline: Tanzania leapfrogging towards a circular economy. Concentric has work all over this continent. Dozens of suitable locations have been duly vetted by both Kaia and Concentric. Africa shows the most alacrity to transcend its centuries of colonial exploitation and emerge with advantage across the 21st century. From Dar es Salaam to Freetown, Nairobi to Banjul, Kampala to Conakry, and Casablanca to Ouagadougou, numerous KEMIYA 5 operations are inevitable. Who's first has little relevance, but for historical record, when future generations recall the story of how a few visionary leaders changed the trajectory of the human race. When can we do this? Within 48 hours of proof of funds, Concentric will be fully contracted with McKinley. Within 90 business days of the $10 million deposit, $12 million will be returned to the investor, guaranteed. By the end of 2024, Team KEMIYA will be deployed. In 2025, we'll see groundbreaking and full progress to commissioning of job number 1. The only risk is not seizing the unprecedented opportunity represented by the patent and glaring need. Everything is ready, steady, go. In addition to the data center itself, here's some of the other add-ons that Concentric Systems are pioneering energy, food, air, and water with. AquaZoe, aquaponic systems that use 50 times more food using 95% less land and water. Advanced integrated aquaponics is what comes next in combined heat, power, and cooling. Because sustainability means thrive next time too. TNT squared. So in the Adobe file, there's a link to our corporate executive summary. At Concentric Dow, we make things better. We have award-winning innovations that span 4 decades of excellence. We are Concentric. And this is a lifetime value. Catch Concentric's 22 patents. And discover our FCOM model. It was designed on purpose to engineer, finance, construct, operate, and maintain systems that solve real problems for real people. We get involved with the communities we serve, and we stick around to make projects run right. That's who we are. And here it is in French for all of West Africa. The KEMIYA process really is the only one in the world that creates pure electricity and clean water simultaneously from garbage and sewage, pollution-free. There is a way, and it's way better. So in closing, why we go? Because while we rightly pursue the worthy goals of pure zero-emission resource conversion technologies, there are billions of people worldwide who suffer due to the salient tragedy of waste in their lakes and rivers, in their cities and streets. These problems demand resolution first, and Concentric Dow brings the answers that are also profitable, so we have no excuse. That's the residents. Join our green. Join the KEMIYA revolution. Thanks for listening. See you at the top. Let's go take care of it.